What's good, guys? It's your boy DB back with the second Star Wars Galaxy Heroes video in like a week's time. I know a lot of you were quite surprised I was alive, let alone even making content still last time I popped up. I had intended to drop this on Monday, but work and life just got in the way, so here we are a few days later, but better late than never. What I figured I would do is just catch you guys up on where I am with my account, like the upgrades I've done, what I'm working on right now, before we dive back into some live streams shortly. I don't think I can really do this like bit of GAC. Today I'm busy, and then this weekend's round, it's actually Dominic's 4th birthday, which is kind of crazy. I don't think any of you've seen him since he was about 1, so, but yeah, 4th birthday on Saturday, so, yeah, I'm probably not going to be a particularly good dad if I sneak away for 2 hours on his birthday to play video games, right? Better on one Xbox with him or something. But I will try and at least record around somewhere, and hopefully from next week and therefore on, I can get a decent bit of streaming in as well. Anyway, let's jump into this, because this is actually the second take. Because apparently if I full screen BlueStacks, there's a major latency issue and then it just crashes, so I've had to kind of rejig it all, and yeah, so let's see and hope this works for me. But yeah, first of all, as you can see, I got Lord Vader. I unlocked him literally yesterday, I think it was, and he's not relic yet, unfortunately, because I need like 5 salvage. It was like the only bit I hadn't managed to scrounge together before, I mean, I've actually got a little bit of energy. Let's see if we can get it. It's the only bit I could scrounge together before I'd unlocked him, because I got him quite quickly, actually. You know, I'd been bulk work 3. Come on, man. I've been bulk working on the on the characters on the side while I was relicking the other ones for Jedi Master Kenobi previously. So I was kind of bringing them up at the same time, and I've actually only literally just relic 7'd Jedi Master Kenobi at the same time as unlocking Lord Vader. So that's how close things are. You can see I'm still gearing Commander Tano at the same time. So I've been ready for, what's his face? Cal. Jedi Cal. I've been ready for him since about a week after he disappeared last time, which was ridiculous. I was held up by somebody's shards. I forget which one of these bloody characters it was. Whichever one's going to be hardest to farm. I'm sure one of them is a fleet farm, right? So it would be that one that held me up, unfortunately. But I was ready about a week after, and I have been sat impatiently waiting, because a lot of you know, I like my Cal Kestis. I quite literally own a first edition release of his figure, for crying out loud, which is actually worth a ridiculous amount now. But yeah, I love Cal. I love that franchise, and I'm annoyed that I still don't have him yet. So, but in the meantime, though, I don't know if you guys remember in my previous update, I was sort of trying to get the PvE type characters together. Not the GLs, the other ones that were coming in, the legendaries and all those kind of characters that were getting added. So I do have Dark Aphra now. Haven't got around to relicing her up yet, and nor does she have any of her, I think they're the Omicrons, aren't they? Yeah, yeah, it's the Omicrons, because I've already got the Zetas and whatnot on her. Haven't really had a chance to do that on her yet, because obviously I unlocked so many characters at the same time where I was working on so many things. I have Reva, and I'm going to do a guide for you guys on this video, because so many people seem to struggle, and I don't know why. I literally have never lost that battle once. I've not even come close to losing it. I've never lost a single character in it, and I think only one time have I finished it with somebody without full protection. So it's a very, very easy battle. There's a fantastic guide by the 50 Shards of Cam group, and I literally just follow that. And there's a few adjustments to make, like if you start to get panicky. So I'll do one of those video guides when I can, but very, very easy unlock. And I'm really enjoying the character, despite the fact I don't even have her max potential yet. But I love my Inquisitors. I do not care that a lot of people seem to hate them. The guy hiding over here is actually just a passion project. It's one of the ones I was like, yeah, I really want to get him built up. I've wanted him built up forever. Finally had a chance, so I worked and got my Savage up, so I could really get some use out of him, quite frankly. So I know he's one of those decent Omicron characters, so I threw it out on there. Just another tool in my GAC comeback, quite frankly, because yeah, it's been a war, man. I was able to grind quite well on my GAC for a bit, and I got right back into Kyber. Despite how far behind I am on characters and Omicrons and stuff, I actually blasted right back in there. But then workload increased at work again, and I dropped back into whatever the heck is underneath. So I got to climb back up again, but I got a little bit of a better roster now. So and now I've got 6 GLs, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for me. Merrin's the only one of the thingy group of relics so far, just because you know me, I love my Night Sisters. So that was, again, more of a passion project thing. I've got a little collection here of characters that I would like to relic at some point. These ones are largely here because I don't know if I'll need to for the cam mission. I've not seen any of the guides or whatever on it. You know me, I like to just go in blind and figure it out myself. Chrysanthemum is there because at some stage I'm probably going to go and dive into Jabba. But I've been sort of like, do I go Jabba, do I go Leia? Figuring that out. Gotta have a really close look and see who I'm actually closest to. So, but I was building him up because he looks like a bundle of fun anyway, and Wookiees are awesome. So, then I got a collection of characters that are known to be good or needed that need Kairos. Right, Cairo is the modern stun gun Carbanti block. Right, so they're having to bide their time and get built up bit by bit. Every now and then I managed to get a character done, and yeah, you can see this lovely collection of half of this is trash as well, but just needed for other events and other characters. So but yeah, Dad Bod Boba, Cam at some stage. I've had Cam since like, well, AOK got him quite early and I've just never built him up, so would like to. Armor again, love my Mandos. Iden I petitioned for like well before I even quit the game and came back. And I still haven't a chance to build them up, so a little frustrating, but got to get it done. So, but yeah, man, like those are the bulk of the ones that I've been working on. My Jedi Master Kenobi, as I said, is now up here, Relic 7. He's nice and awesome, and I absolutely love using this guy. His team is great. It's making Conquest so much easier for me, even though Conquest is probably harder for me than GAC, because a lot of the time, you know, they'll gate things behind feats and behind characters that I just don't have developed yet, because I'm, you know, 2 or 3 steps behind everybody else. But loving the Gungans being added. I've wanted the Gungans for forever, so Boss Nass being brought in. Love the little animation and sound effects they brought in for him too. Like the texture detail on the Gungans is awesome as well. Like, you know, the hands are pretty crusty, but the face detail is fantastic on this character. Glad they're making a little bit of effort, because yeah, let's face it, some of those older models are clunky as heck. They look like they were drawn on paint. It's good to see them still kind of making that effort and getting some updates in there. Haven't really worked on the new Ewoks yet. I don't really know what they can do, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I faced one of like the Omicron teams in GAC and beat the bejesus out of it, so didn't get round to really do much with my Tuscans in the end, because the Crate Dragon raid disappeared. So I was like, alright, well, that was kind of their thing. So and then the Omicron team that I see in GAC just isn't that difficult, as long as you've got an AoE character in there to just annihilate the annoying... Is it Raider that's the annoying one that has the Omicron? I think it is. So yeah, like I've just sort of like paused on them at the moment. He's a little bit behind in my queue. So really, it's do I want to build up some of my other characters? Do I want to go and get Jabba as well? GL grinds are just so tedious, man. So I don't really know what I want to do in that regard. Maybe you guys can drop some comments. What do you think I should do? I got some pretty decent GLs now. So where was the old thing? There it is. Yeah, I got some pretty good ones. They're all pretty nicely built up. Some pretty crazy mods as well. So Jabba and Leia, it's like, yeah, like I don't even really know what Leia needs. I know I've looked at Jabba's because I favorited those characters. Let's have a quick look at what I would even need for her. So it might not even be feasible. Oh god, yeah, okay, so that's what the Ewoks are for. Alright, yeah. And I gotta build up those two. Oh yeah, and him. I like this dude. He's a lot of fun, man. He really is a lot of fun. Okay. Alright, so there's a couple of characters I want to build up in there anyway. I'd like to thicken up my rebels. Not so much Captain Han, but the other ones. Didn't really want to build my my Ewoks any higher than I've had to. I've already got an R5 Paplu because the guild needed it for territory battles. So I don't know. Let me know. You guys already got access to these characters. Should I go Leia? Should I go Jabba? Jabba I feel I'm going to be a lot closer to. Just because a lot of those characters are already gear 12'd. Or relics, so it's just that. Whereas I do need to get a bit on the Cairo grind for Leia for a couple of them. Only a couple of them though, so yeah, I'd love some feedback, some input there on what to do. I see profunities here actually. So yeah, on the ship front, I don't have the Leviathan. I do have my profanity. Oh, that's the wrong thing, Damien. I said squads, not ships. I've got glasses on. You wouldn't think I did. Capital ships. Yeah, so I do have the profundity, but it's way behind because I'm always so busy. I just forget the events on, and I forget to go and get my 10 shards or whatever. So it's just like way behind with it, the star that it should be. That said, at 4-star it beats everything anyway in arena, I find. So it's not really affected me. But this, I've been screwed because I'm pretty sure I need the ship of what's his face, Darth Malgus. I'm pretty sure it's Malgus, who happens to be one of the characters that I don't have, and I can only get like 20 shards at a time in that Conquest event. So I'm basically never going to get this guy, I don't think. Malicos, I'm literally going to get him any day now. I've nearly got enough Conquest thing to just unlock him. The next time the Conquest thing's back, I'll also get Ben Solo, just to add to the grind of Kairos and relicking that I need to do right now. Bane, mate, I'm nowhere. I'm absolutely nowhere on this event. I just was missing a few of the key things that were needed. Like, I saw like people saying, oh, it's a really easy one, and then they were like, yeah, use this team, and I can't do anything with that team. My characters just aren't there for it. Or it's like, oh yeah, for this feat you can just use this squad. Can't use that squad either. They just get beat against the exact team with the exact mats and things that people are, or discs that people are suggesting. So yeah, I've had a really hard time on the Bane front, unfortunately. Which is a shame because he's a top 5 character for me. So and I've largely sacrificed the progress on Moth to ensure I got Taron unlocked. And just to get ahead a little bit there, and yeah, so yeah, that's largely where I'm at. GAC is something that I'm looking forward to getting back into properly now. I will try and record a round for you guys at least this week. But yeah, let me know what I should be doing with my account. I feel like I've kind of got everything now except the 2 GLs and the Leviathan, so some sort of steer in that direction as to what I should do would be very helpful. I'll briefly show you my Conquest before I dip out. Where am I? I'm on Sector 4. I just got there last night. There's been some days I've just been so tired that I've just not played. So mostly because I already knew that I'm not really getting a whole lot of traction anyway on the previous runs. This one would be a nice easy one for me to get. I just don't have good enough light side Mandalorians, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to exactly beat with them. They get beat by everything. Like they're getting slapped by First Order. They're getting slapped by the bounty hunters. So I'm largely screwed on that one. This unlocks one thingy anyway, so I haven't really prioritized that. My Ewoks can't beat a damn thing. They're all gear 12 except Paplu. And then the princess one is what, 9 or something. So and then again the Imperial, my Imperial troopers just don't seem to be able to really beat anything. I don't know what teams they're supposed to be able to beat. So it seems I've got to like farm one particular team to be able to beat anything with them. A lot of times when I try and make these hodgepodge teams where I can maybe squeeze Pierre in with Vader and some other characters, the AI just nukes him first anyway. So yeah, just as a result, I chased it quite a bit on the first run and tried again on the second. I've just not really bothered on this run because of that reasoning. It's just been too bloody awkward. And then the actual feats within the sectors themselves. The dots one I was sort of doing. That's why I mentioned I had like Vader in there, and I tried to throw Pierre in to kind of pick up a kill or something if possible, and he just got killed anyway. So Resistance I didn't bother with because it seems if you don't have Ben Solo, the teams just suck and get killed. Even with GL Raid Lead, I was finding she was the only one that could survive, and a lot of times she would die if she was under like 80%. And if I was going JTR, the team was just getting killed, so didn't bother. I think this is Iden related, which I don't have available because she's like gear 8. So couldn't do anything there. And you can see this is the sort of problem that I've had. It makes Conquest really difficult for me as a result, and I'm just unable to catch up in this area. So I picked up the potency and confused ones very easily. I basically just stick 3PO with what's his face, Jedi Master Kenobi, and just keep cooling down his moves and spamming the heck out of it. And potency up, just Kit Fisto with Grandmaster Yoda and Jedi Revan, and suddenly you can get like 10 to 20 a battle. So bounty hunters, I don't have any good bounty hunters. I got like the boss team and the Django team, and they can't beat anybody, so can't do anything there. Empire units, a lot of the teams that I was getting matched up for, I really wasn't going to be able to do a lot with like Vader or whatever. I could probably squeeze some Inquisitor battles out, but again, it's going to be like 1 or 2 teams my Inquisitors can beat, and I was going to have to farm it repeatedly. And it's going to be like, you know, so many Darth Revan ones in this for me. And it was going to be like every other battle, I was going to have to dip out. Like once they got to about 80%, they just seemed to lose effectiveness and start dying all the time. So what happened to me in 3? Feat-wise, so again, this was easy. Crit chance up and days. I could just stick like Bad Batch Echo in over Jedi Master Kenobi team. You could throw in like gas as well, and then you can get like 40 to 50 days like in a battle if you play it slowly and stick like shack and weak characters in there, so you're not actually killing anybody, but you can just constantly debuff them and stay alive for like 5 minutes. It's so simple. And then crit chance up. I think I was just throwing the standard Anakin in. Yeah, because his AoE does offense up and crit chance up. So yeah, I was just throwing him in them with, at times as well. Tuskens, I don't have a team, so I can't do anything with that. And Heat, I think that's something to do with one of the Mandalorians that I don't have built up at all. I did take him into a battle because I saw a cheese strategy for it. And yeah, they just one-shot him before we even start. So yeah, it was kind of pointless. Sector 4, I'm on right now. I haven't even like really kicked into this, but what have we got? I don't really... What underlying Force user team can I put together? I tried a couple of them and they were just terrible. They couldn't beat anything. Crit damage up I can do with First Order. Expose. I don't know off the top of my head. Some form of resistance thing, I guess. I'm probably missing somebody really, really good there. But Captain Drogon I can easily kind of cheese with Jedi Master Luke. But yeah, as a result, that little breakdown, you can see why I've been struggling in Conquest, despite the fact everyone's saying this is a really easy one. I'm missing 1 or 2 key characters to make everything click and work. And yeah, so that's that. And it's just, there's no point prioritizing these characters when the Conquest is going to switch over, and then it's going to be a different character I need anyway. So I've just been trying to work on those GLs and get those big legendaries done. But yeah, feel free to drop some thoughts, some ideas, some direction for me in chat, in comments, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and we will get some live streams going, probably here on YouTube for now. I do intend to work my kick out at some point, but for ease, we'll probably just start back over here anyway, even though YouTube take like 50% of my earnings, which really does suck. But you know, I'm in this for the passion, right? I work in the gaming industry now, so it's more about just having fun for me at this stage. Yeah, great to be back with another video. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be shocked seeing 2 videos in the space of a week. But see you for some more GAC real soon. Till next time, we out of here.